Hi, I'm Chitra. Welcome to our biology class. Today's topic is hemophilia from the lesson Principles of Inheritance and Variation of 12th Biology. Look at this picture. Whose photo is this? This is the photo of Queen Elizabeth of England. Why am I showing this photo? Because her family had a bleeder's disease which is called as hemophilia. Our topic is hemophilia. So many of the members of her family had this disease. Not only her family, many of the royal families of Russia and Spain had hemophilia. That is why this disease is also called as a royal disease. This disease is also called as royal disease. Okay, so let's see what is this disease all about. Right, usually when we have a wound, what happens? It starts bleeding, isn't it? It starts bleeding. And after a few seconds, it stops. What is the matter? Because inside our blood, there is a blood clotting factor. A protein is present. Okay. And this blood clotting factor helps in stopping of bleeding. So a person with hemophilia, this blood clotting factor is absent. It is a genetic disorder. You know what is meant by a genetic disorder. What is a genetic disorder? By birth you get it, and because of the defect of a gene, isn't it? So a person with hemophilia has a defective gene. That is why the gene that has to produce this blood clotting factor is missing or defective. So what will happen in that person, a hemophilic patient? Even if there is a small wound, it starts bleeding and continuously, and which may cause the death of that person, isn't it? Not only that, hemophilic patients, even without a wound also it starts bleeding. Their internal organs also start bleeding. So you can imagine, isn't it? It may cause the death of that person. So let's find out where is the position of this gene, right? So we all know that we have 46 chromosomes we have, isn't it? 46 chromosomes. Out of that, 44 chromosomes are called as autosomes. And we have a set of sex chromosomes. In males, these sex chromosomes are X and Y chromosomes, right? In females, these sex chromosomes are X and X. So this defective gene which has to make the blood clotting factor is located on the X chromosome. So we can say that it is a sex-linked disease. Hemophilia is a sex-linked disease. Now what is, about dominant and recessive alleles, isn't it? So this defective gene is a recessive one, right? So a person with hemophilia, if it is a female, females have 2 X chromosomes, isn't it? 2 X chromosomes are there. So out of the 2 X chromosome, even if this defective gene is present, it will be in recessive form. So the females will become only the carriers of the disease, right? Whereas males have only 1 X chromosome, and if it is defective, they cannot produce that blood clotting factor. So they become the hemophilic person. So this hemophilia, even the Queen Victoria was a carrier of the disease, right? So from the carrier females, their next generation, their sons can get this disease, right? Okay. So now we are going to find out certain conditions. We are going to take 3 conditions and see how the children get this disease, right? The first condition what we have taken is, here the father is a normal person, right? The father is a normal person. See, he has X and Y chromosome, and we know there is no defective gene, right? Whereas the mother is a carrier. I told you a carrier means what? She has 2 X chromosome, and out of that, one is hemophilic gene. See, we have marked it with red color, isn't it? So this red color X stands for the defective gene, right? So a normal person is married to a hemophilic carrier female. And suppose they had 4 children. Just see. Let's see how this is inherited. Right. The first case, it's a son, right? The son is getting this X from mother, X chromosome from mother, and this Y from father. So he doesn't have any problem. He is a normal person. Right. Let's take the second case. The second case here, what is the condition? This daughter, since she has 2 X chromosomes, right? This daughter is getting X from father, this X. And from mother, the daughter is getting this defective X, which is hemophilic gene. So naturally, what will have her genotype is XX. So she will not be a hemophilic person because she has a dominant gene which can produce that factor. But she has what? This hemophilic recessive gene. That is why she will become a carrier female. Okay. Now the third case. Let's see the third case. Third case, it's a son, right? The son has got this defective gene from the mother, X chromosome, you can see that, isn't it? And Y chromosome from father. So the son cannot produce what? This blood clotting factor, and this son will become a hemophilic person. Let's take that fourth condition. This is a daughter, and this daughter has got this X from father and this X from mother. So she does not have any hemophilic gene. So she is a normal person, not even a carrier, right? So this is the condition happens when a normal person is married to a hemophilic carrier. The second case, let's take the second case. Here the father is a hemophilic person, right? Father is a hemophilic person and mother is a normal person, right? And in their marriage, they had 4 children, right? Suppose. And the first condition, just take, it's a son. The son will get this X chromosome from mother and this Y chromosome from father, right? So the son is a normal person, right? Okay, the second condition, let's take. Here, this daughter has got X, this normal X from mother and this defective gene. See, daughter does not have any choice because 2 X chromosomes are there. So one, the daughter has got from father, and the other one, which is a defective one, she has got from father. So she will become what? A hemophilic carrier female. Third condition. In the third condition, what is the condition? Let's see. Here, the son has got mother's X chromosome, normal one, and father's Y. So the son does not have any problem. So he is a normal person. What about the fourth condition, daughter? This daughter has got 1 X from mother and from father, defective X. So this daughter is going to be a carrier. So this is what happens when father is a hemophilic condition. So we can understand that if father has hemophilia, there are chances of the daughter becoming carriers, right? The third condition, let's take. What is the third condition? Here, father is a hemophilic person. So you can see that, see, defective gene is present here. And mother is a carrier. Both the cases, these genes are there. And suppose they had 4 children. What are the combinations? this son has got this X, normal X from mother and Y from father. So this son is going to be a normal person. What about this daughter? This daughter has got this normal X from mother and this X from father. So the daughter is going to be a carrier, hemophilic carrier. Third condition, son. This son has got this defective gene from mother and Y from father. So the son is what? He is a hemophilic person. What about the last case? See, daughter. This daughter has got defective X. This X from father and this hemophilic X from mother. So this daughter has both the X chromosomes defectives gene, isn't it? So the daughter will become hemophilic. So what is the conclusion? The daughters will become hemophilic only, what is the condition? When father is a hemophilic person and mother is a carrier. Other conditions, what is usually happens is the females become carriers since they have two X chromosome. Right? So this is a very serious genetic disorder. You know, genetic disorder means it's a defect of the gene. So April 17th is observed as World Hemophilia Day to create awareness about this disease.